Hi everyone, today we're doing Real Housewives of Atlanta season 4, I believe it's episode 4 review. We're going to start off with Kim. Phaedra comes over to Kim's house, brings her a gift like for the babies, like, I'm sorry about the baby shower last night, about your baby shower and my husband getting into it with Cynthia's husband. Here's a peace offering. I felt so embarrassed about that. Forgive me. And Kim was like, it's okay, but Cynthia didn't say no gift or say sorry or anything, so she's like, whatever to her. We gonna move over to Cynthia's sister Mallory comes over to Peter's new restaurant and they talk, and he's still mad about how Cynthia's mom and her sister, how they was acting at his wedding, or at their wedding, like trying not to give them the marriage certificate so the pastor can sign or do whatever he needs to do. So he's still mad about that. Not only I understand why he's mad, because this was supposed to be our day, and then we come to find out that y'all was trying to sabotage it the day of the wedding. And how would you feel if, when it was your time to get married, even though she's already married, that Cynthia did something to make your day not happen? How would you feel about that? You wouldn't be too happy about it either, so you guys see where I'm coming from. So they get into this big old discussion. He's like, this is my wife and I love her, and every time I think about my wedding, I just think about how y'all was going and trying to sabotage it. So I was like, dang. We're going to move over to Candy, I believe Phaedra and Sheree. They're all looking for, it's Candy's 35th birthday, and they're looking for a place to have her party at. And they find the right location, and she's like, you guys are invited. My mom's going to be there. Cynthia and Nene's going to be there as well, and some other people. And I was like, I don't know if I want to be around them. And Peter's going to be there too. That's like, really? So we're going to move over to Candy. She's with Nene and Derek J shoe shopping, and I didn't really know Nene and Derek J was like buddy like that, but they seem to be having a good time. And Nene, she's a very tall woman, but she still would put on her some 6-inch heels, and they was looking, and she was like, I think I'm gonna pick out these. And they was talking, and she was like, my birthday's coming up, I want y'all to come, these other people gonna be there. And Nene's like, do I have to sit by anybody? And she's like, no, just come. And she's like, okay, I'll be there. So we gonna move over to Nene. She goes over to Cynthia's house, talks with her, and what's her name? Peter comes out because they couldn't get champagne bottle open or whatever. And he was asking, how's Greg doing? Greg's doing fine, When I got back from Miami, he, I guess, met her at the airport or whatever and brought her bags in the house, and I just left them in the doorway. It's just like, next thing you know, we end up having sex. And it was like, what? And Nene was saying how good it was, but that's not the point. And I was like, how did that happen? I guess, they was there and like, hey, let's do this. So we gonna move over to Sheree goes to her property site with Phaedra in there, and she's like, oh my goodness, this place is still the way it was like a week ago. And the contract was like, hey, we had to have the building permits, people to come in, and we got to wait a week on there. And she's like, how long it's going to be? He's like, it's a week, how long it's going to be for my house to be built? And he was like, he did say for a second, well, how much money you got? Like, he was saying, like, can you afford this house? This ain't even your house. You just playing. I'm just playing. But I wonder how Sheree did afford that house, because she hasn't got her check from her husband, her alimony, nor has she got any child support. So, not saying that the child support should go into the house, but where is she getting that money for that big old extravagant house? I just want to know. But, Phaedra's like, don't make me have to take you to court now. I'm a good lawyer. So he was looking like, okay, whatever. And he was like, it could be maybe late summer, early fall. So she was like, okay. And Phaedra's like, I've had 4 houses built, and these contractors, they'll try to swing it this way and that way, especially because we ladies. Then she got to flirting with the man, talking about look at her booty and all that stuff. I wonder how her mama be feeling when she see her, how she be acting on her. Because, Phaedra's always talking about, I'm the upright Southern belle Christian lady. She always trying to show somebody her behind and twisting it. And I also wonder how Apollo feels about that. I'm sorry, I keep sniffing. I got a cold and this lighting's bad because it's raining outside, so I want to apologize about that. But anyways, we're gonna move over to it's Candy's birthday time. She Kim couldn't come and all the rest of girls. Kim couldn't come because she's pregnant, and usually they had their birthdays together. But you know, Kim's pregnant, can't come, so all the other girls are there. Derek, J, Lawrence, and some other people are there. Candy's mom as well. So they get there, they're talking, and at one point it's like the room was divided. Well, the groups were divided. It was Nene and Cynthia and whoever Nene brought and Candy. And then Candy would go over there and talk to Sheree or Phaedra. It's just like back and forth, like, you know, trying to, you know, be cool with everybody. Then Phaedra brings out her surprise. Big old red box. Out pops the stripper. He gets to dancing and twirling and, you know, proceeds to put his little manhood inside Candy's drink. Mind you, Candy's mom is like right next to her. Like, she could have just touched her with her elbow. And her mom's like, oh my goodness, Nene's over there. Fed the dog gonna have a heart attack, you know, clutching her invisible pearls. Like, oh my goodness. He gets up dancing and doing all this stuff. And Candy's mom was like, I'm out. I can't deal with this. Peter's looking like, oh my goodness, what's going on? And him and Cynthia leave. But for a second, Peter's looking a little too hard over there. Maybe that was just me thinking that. So she gets up and leaves like, I can't do this. This ain't for me. And somebody tells her, hey, your mom done left. Her mom comes back in. I don't like this. You know how I feel about strippers? That wasn't cool with me. And I was like, I feel that's Phaedra. Why did you bring that stripper there? Knowing Candy's mom was going to be there. She told you that her mom was going to be there. So why did you do that? Candy's mom flipped. She leaves. So Candy's like, you know, she was like, I'm going. Maybe that was, you know, maybe she should have did that when it was just the girls together, not Candy's mom. And what did Lawrence have on? He had like on this blonde mohawk, close to being some Get It Girl shorts on, these gloves with no fingers, and I was like, Lawrence, really? Really? Okay. If that's what you want to wear, by all means, you wear that. So, nothing much. Oh, yeah. Cynthia, she takes her sister over to her new modeling agency, and she's like, I'm going to need some help. Like, when I'm out on photo shoots and stuff, I need you to come in and help. Well, you know, Mallory, her sister, is usually her assistant while her husband's out, you know, out of town. He plays professional football in France, I believe it was. So they get talking and discussing all this stuff. It's just like, you know, this whole thing about you guys, you know, almost sabotaged my marriage wasn't cool. And she was like, I did this because I was looking out for you, and are you putting any money into his business? She was like, no, I'm not going to. And not Candy, but Cynthia came with her. She's like, you and your husband haven't always had the best relationship, and I've stayed out of that. Y'all are not all on the best relationship, on the best, you know, level now. So I haven't said anything about that. So don't bring anything that's going on. However you feel, don't bring it to my relationship. I was like, go on ahead, Cynthia, you standing up for yourself, girl. So nothing else really happened on that episode. So if I missed anything out, please do a video response or leave a comment. And like always, I want to thank my subscribers and the people who watch my videos. I want you to like this video, comment, subscribe, and share it with your friends. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.